Talking today about imbalances, right? So I'm going to really kind of bring you through, first and foremost, what they are, why I believe they're so important, and why I put them at the forefront of my trading. Every trade I take tends to be centered around an imbalance, right? And I'll explain this to you in detail as I go through this video. But first and foremost, I think the question is we've got to ask ourselves, let me just get this up here. The question we've got to ask ourselves is, here, what are imbalances? Okay? So yeah, what are they? You know, I think this is something that a lot of people get confused around. They just start throwing the word imbalance around. They just start saying it. But what exactly are they? Now, the way I measure an imbalance is essentially it's an area of clean candles, right? And this is why you see there's a lot of names for imbalances. Some people call them fair value gaps. Some people just say clean candles. Some people call them voids, right? Whatever you want to call them. I like to just call them imbalances because to me it makes sense, right? Sometimes I say clean candles, whatever. Now, what they are exactly, it's actually a very simple idea. It's very easy to identify in price, right? Like if I look at this chart, there's one that clearly stands out, and it's right here where I'm putting my cursor. This big imbalance right here. Now, so what I would say imbalances are is it's an area in price where an impulsive move has occurred, and it's left essentially a piece of price action where there's no interruptions, there's no resistances, there's no wicks, there's nothing, right? So it's just clean candles. And the reason we call them imbalances is because price has not rebalanced at that level, right? So normal price action tends to go as follows, right? Normal price action tends to be something like you have an up move, then a down move, up move, then the down move, right? And all these levels, I say there was a clean candle here, gets rebalanced. So there's no real clean candles here. There might be a couple here and there, right? And obviously tiny little ones, to me, I don't pay attention to. But when I get a big imbalance like this, that's when I really start paying attention. And you tend to get those when you have moves occur like this. You have this, and then you have, let's say, a really big move down, right? And next thing you know, you've got this whole area maybe here, which is all just imbalanced. There's no price action, there's no resistance, no wicks, no nothing there, just clean candles, right? Now, that is essentially what imbalances are. Right, so I hope I've explained that well, and if not, I can make a future video on that if people feel like that needs a further explanation. But it's actually very easy. I think the best way to understand them is to just start identifying them. And now there's some indicators you can get on your charts to do that, but for me, I don't bother with that. To me, it's very, very, very simple, right? And the first one that is super obvious in the charts here, for me, is this big imbalance here. And in fact, this is a trade that I took. So I'll run you over a trade that I took. So you can see right here, in here, that we've got this clear and obvious imbalance in price action. And this just sticks out like a sore thumb in price action. And when I came to the charts, this was the first thing that I saw. So right now what I'm going to do is I'll just run you through a quick trade to show you how I use imbalances and how this gave me a profitable trade today. And I'll just run you through a bit of price action and hopefully it helps you understand them even better. So I don't need this box because it's very, very obvious. This imbalance is super obvious to see. You can see it goes from right here to up here, okay? Now, when I came to the charts around literally right here at 4:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is basically London Open, just a little bit after London Open. It's a high volume time, and I was anticipating on pound yen that we're going to see this imbalance filled. Now, I didn't just think it for no reason. There was a basis behind it, and the basis was that we're having bullish price action begin to form on the 5-minute, right? We also had a strong rejection from this low to the left. So we had a rejection from this low, bullish price action beginning to form, and then we have this strong imbalance to the left, okay? So when I saw this, I just thought to myself, this is going to get filled, and I framed a trade around that. So basically, I let price action form, and this is exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for a strong bullish candle to form to indicate that we're going to see price go ahead and fill that imbalance. So right here, when I saw this candle form, I entered. I didn't enter just yet. I waited for a break of the high. I put my stop loss below the low, and I targeted this imbalance getting filled at about a 1-to-1. And I had my full TP actually at the resistance level at about a 1-to-1, 1 to 1.6 R, right? So as soon as we got that high broken, which was this next candle right here, as soon as we got that high broken, I entered in on the trade, and it just went straight to my take profit. Now, not all trades work like this, obviously, but it was really, really nice. It just went straight to my TP, and you know, it was a great day. It was a great day. So yeah, and then from there, I was out of the trade. Just took my pips, left, and now I'll run you through the rest of price action. Now I haven't really looked at the rest of price action, so I'm just kind of guessing, but I'll just show you the tendencies that price has to refill imbalances, and let's see if we get some good examples here, which I'm assuming will, because it's such an integral part of price action, right? Such a central part of price action. So let's see if I can get some more examples here. Okay, so again, in the filling of this imbalance, we had a new imbalance created, which is very interesting. So let's just see if we get some nice price action. So I think what we'll see here is some nice, now I don't know, maybe this starts trending upward, but I think, yeah, okay, that's nice. So look at this. I think now, if we get some more nice, like I wouldn't enter off of this price action. I want to see a break below here, and then I would want to see price fill this imbalance. And this is the important thing. I only pair imbalances with price action, with market structure and price action. So I need to see signal candles, to me engulfing candles, nice candle formations, and I need to see market structure in line with those imbalances. I don't just try enter and fill any imbalance for no reason. I need a way to frame my trade, right? So right here you can see we didn't really get, see this price action is still not particularly convincing to me. And you can see you actually probably could have taken a trade there. As you can see, you probably could have entered in here and got a 1-to-1. It didn't fill the imbalance. And the reason I wouldn't enter it in here is because this candle didn't really show, didn't show much strength, kind of weak. So I wouldn't have entered in there. And let's see what happens here. Again, that's a pretty nice candle, but you can't buy right at the support. So again, this is getting into a few more details, but really I just want to show you the premise of filling imbalances, right? So, okay, look at this here. Right, so price didn't fill this imbalance, but now you can see something else forming, right? There's an imbalance here, and we're seeing price holding a support, kind of creating some bullish market structure, and then printing this really big bullish candle with all this imbalance to the left, right? I think that is a prime example of a nice trade, and you're going to want to see price come right up here, fill all of this imbalance. Now this is a big candle, so entering in off this candle wouldn't exactly give you the best risk to reward, but again, you could go to lower time frames if you want. And yeah, look, I guarantee you we're going to see this imbalance get filled. Possibly trend higher, but we're going to see this imbalance get filled here. Why? Because we have bullish price action, strong candles, and we have an imbalance. To me, it's just like this is going to get filled, right? And there you go. right there. It's just so typical of price to do that. It happens so frequently in price, right? So now what I'm looking at is this imbalance here. This is a pretty big imbalance. If we break this support, we will see this imbalance get filled. I guarantee you, okay? So let's see if we can get a break of that support. All right, well, that happened very quick. So, all right, it happened straight away, so I wasn't expecting that. But you can see here, this is a really nice opportunity. Again, obviously some bearish price action, a nice impulsive bearish move or rejection from this high, impulsive bearish move, support here to the left, and a strong candle breaking that bearish, that support. You could put your candle behind there. You can target the imbalance filled or the support level. Again, the risk reward isn't amazing on that trade, so you'd probably want to target a little bit lower, maybe these support levels. But one guarantee is you're going to get that imbalance filled, and that's exactly what we got. So once it fills that imbalance, you can go ahead and just set your TP to break even. That's what I tend to do. I tend to take profits when it fills imbalances, and tighten my stop losses. And look at that. This trade continued really nicely. So listen, it's beyond the scope of this video to go into how to pair it with market structure, entry techniques, and to give you tons of examples. That's for later videos, for other times. Right now, I just wanted to show you what exactly imbalances are, why I deem them as extremely important, and how I use them in my trading. And yeah, so I hope you found that useful. Just here in the charts alone, you could see multiple examples. And I think don't take my word for it. Go out, do some back testing, and I guarantee you will see that price has this clear and obvious tendency to refill imbalances, or just rebalance price. It has a really clear tendency to do it, and to me it's one of the most obvious things that I see when I look at the charts, and that's why I framed my strategy around it. So go ahead and look into that for yourself, and if you do, I believe you will find it very, very useful in your trading. Whether that means you're targeting, you use it as targets, which is what I tend to do, or you could use it in some other way. I don't know. It's up to you, right? But go ahead and back test this, look for it in price action, and I guarantee you will see it. To me, it's absolutely central to my trading, and this is why I tend to focus on them so much. So anyways, I'll leave it there, guys, and hope to see you in the next video. Cheers.